Y'all know I had to blast Tucker Carlson that fake apology.
I did say something that I really regret saying that I didn't fully mean. I said it because I was mad, which is always when I say things I don't really mean.
Y'all remember the clip that I just showed you? Did he seem like he was really mad in that clip? Did he seem like he lost his temper in that clip? He calmly said this. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my new channel. It is called The Officer Tatum Show Podcast. It's where we do all of our live streams. So if you haven't seen the live streams lately, it's because it's on that channel. Go and check it out today. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Tucker Carlson. I like to just call him all kind of crazy names because he gets zero respect from me. He used to be, in my opinion, one of the leading voices, or was he? Or was it just a script that Fox News wrote for him and his producers wrote for him to curate what he should and shouldn't say to make him the people that we want, or the person that we wanted to hear? Because the way that he has been acting as of late, since he's had his own show, has been incredibly bizarre. And I don't know how the average person can't just see it. This guy is flip-flopped on I don't know how many topics. I want to play his old clip. Tucker on Israel, clip 102. I want to play that old clip of Tucker Carlson. And you just explain to me, and before we get to his apology, his weak apology, mind you, just explain to me, how did Tucker go from this to that? People often say, Brandon, you changed. You taking money from AIPAC. But yet, this dude really changed. This dude really had foreign money coming into his podcast. This dude had an Iranian American, which, and also, I believe, and I got to verify this because I looked it up once, but I got to make sure that it's 100%. Iranian American, and I believe another company that's like backed by Qatar or something that supported him tremendously in the startup of his new podcast. This dude is really getting foreign money. And y'all still talking about $7,000 I ain't never seen. If you're a homeowner in America, you need to hear this. The FBI has been warning about a new scam on the rise, and it's called title theft. And guess what's at risk? Your equity. Here's how it works. Criminals forge your signature on one document, slap a fake notary stamp on it, file it with the county, and just like that, on paper, they own your home. Once they have that fake ownership, they can pull loans against your equity or even sell your property out from under you. And you won't know a thing until foreclosure or collection letters show up at your mailbox. That's why I partner with Home Title Lock. They protect your equity, and they can tell you today if you're already a victim. Use my code Tatum at HometitleLock.com and you'll get a free title history report plus a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's including 24/7 monitoring on your title records, urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud happens, their US-based team will spend up to $1 million restoring your home's title. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your equity today. Go to HometitleLock.com, use code Tatum, or just click the link below. But let's listen to what Tucker Carlson felt like and how Tucker Carlson contradicts the new Tucker Carlson on this clip. Roll it.
It's perfectly valid to question America's relationship with Israel. Israel has a lobby. It's perfectly fair, as far as I'm concerned, to beat up on Israel's lobby. But I don't think that's the reason that Buchanan is being labeled an anti-Semite. It's this kind of, as I've said, this relentless bringing up topics related to Judaism. I mean, famously, Pat, always beats up on Goldman Sachs, but never Morgan Stanley. I mean, it's really hard to. There is no point at which Pat Buchanan has held a press conference and said, I really don't like the Jews. I think they're a sinister force in America. But I think, and it took me years to come to this position. I mean, I'm not throwing the term anti-Semite around. But you reach a point when you say, well, gee, here's a guy who has gone out of his way to defend Demjanjuk and other accused Nazi war criminals, who's constantly attacked Israel, who's attacked American Jews for supporting Israel unduly, who's implied that American Jews push America into wars in which non-Jews die. There really is, and again, I'm not hysterical on this subject, but I do believe that there is a pattern with Pat Buchanan of needling the Jews. Is that anti-Semitic? Yeah. I mean, after a while, you conclude it is, in some sense, anti-Semitic. I mean, Pat Buchanan obviously has a lot of personal and affectionate relationships with people who are Jewish. So on a personal level, perhaps he's not. But on a different maybe thematic level, I think he probably is. I think that people should be allowed to have differing views on immigration. I think people should be allowed to point out the fact that there is an Israeli lobby, and yes, it's powerful, and debate the merits of that, I guess. I don't think there's, strictly speaking, anything wrong with that. But again, I think Pat Buchanan is part of the reason it's so hard to have that conversation, because he discredits it by his presence, because he gives people who watch him carefully the sense that he has another agenda that has to do with personal dislike, and that he believes in conspiracies, and that he believes that the Jews are this sinister, secretly organized force trying to affect American politics. And those aren't discussions I think normal people, sober people, should be having, because I think they're ludicrous.
Sometimes I think that Tucker is really P. Buchanan. Is that a conspiracy? This dude is literally talking to himself in the past. Like, bro, you are the one that are doing these things. So Tucker Carlson come out and he make this statement about that conservatives or Christian Zionists are heretical. Their theology is against the Bible. He despised them more than anybody else. We do have that clip. I forgot to add it. Do we have it in the thing? We don't have it with us right now, but we do have that clip, and we'll play it. Maybe we'll do that in post-production. We have the clip of Tucker Carlson saying these crazy things, but then now let's listen to his fake apology, because it's almost like when you get whooped and people start, like weak people, when you start getting backlash, now you want to start apologizing for things. But tell me, were you wrong then or are you wrong now? Were you lying then or are you lying now? Because you cannot say, like, that's like me saying, if a person is anti-Zionist, that I despise them, I don't like them, they get on my nerves, they're the worst kind of people, is heretical to the Bible. And then one day I go, well, I'm actually sorry, I didn't mean it. What you mean you don't mean it? Do you not believe in the Bible anymore? Because you referenced the Bible. You said it's a heresy, a Christian heresy. Now all of a sudden you don't believe the Bible, or were you lying the first time? I get worked up on this stuff, man, because that little weenie that he interviewing with, Dave Smith, which is the weakest dude on planet Earth, probably have a wet handshake. I can't stand that dude. And he said something crazy about me, and I'm gonna blast him tomorrow online, and we'll get to that. And I'm gonna play the clip that he said. But first, let's stick on topic. Tucker Carlson, this is what he said in his fake apology, wrote a clip.
But I just want to say at the outset, because this has been weighing on me, I did say something that I really regret saying that I didn't fully mean.
You didn't fully mean.
Because I was mad, which is always when I say things I don't really mean, when I get pissed.
Time out. Y'all remember the clip that I just showed you? Did he seem like he was really mad in that clip? Did he seem like he lost his temper in that clip? He calmly said this. Roll it.
This, I was snippy and I didn't explain it. And I said something to the effect of, I despise Christian Zionists. And I'm just sorry that I said that, because I don't. I'm mad at a certain kind of thinking. Some of the nicest people I know are Christian Zionists, actually. You know, if you're in a car crash, they would save you. If you needed someone to watch your bank account, they wouldn't steal from you. They're like really good people and sweet people. I want to be very specific quickly about what I was talking about. In at least a couple of different occasions, the Israeli government bombed churches in Gaza and killed a bunch of Christians. And not an accident, of course. I mean, this is like a very high-tech military with precision. I mean, they...
Time out. Now, where is your information that it wasn't an accident? Tucker Carlson has no evidence that was done intentionally. The prime minister said it was not done intentionally. It was an accident. One of the church bombings, Benjamin Netanyahu addressed when I interviewed him. And he said that it wasn't an accident. You look at the video, or you look at the picture of the actual damage, it does look like shrapnel from something else hit the side of the church. It wasn't direct bombed like this. And then he apologized for it. They fixed the church. They now protect the church. And he apologized to the Pope, whom accepted his apology. Now, where do you get that it was intentional? Oh, because you gaslighting us. You apologize for something that you knew you shouldn't have said because you were wrong. And now you're saying, but now I'm going to push more conspiracies. There's no evidence, no unequivocal evidence that it was intentional. And then you want to compare it to the beeper thing. think about this. If they bomb a Christian church and they're saying we didn't do it intentionally, and you compare it to the beeper thing, which they admitted that they did intentionally, you're saying it's the same thing. They're going to lie about this and they're going to lie. Roll it.
Gave pagers with bombs in them to Hezbollah. So like this is a military, a national defense institution that understands what it's doing. They didn't accidentally bomb 2 churches and kill these Christians, and they never apologized for it. And so I brought this up with a couple
Time out. We're going to pull this clip from my interview with Benjamin Netanyahu, where he addressed the Christian church bombing. And you said they never apologized for it. How are you gonna gaslight and lie in your own apology? We'll pull it up on the screen when we get it. Roll it.
Christian leaders, including the Speaker of the House, and said, like, what is, we're paying to bomb churches? Because we're paying for it. And the response I got from every single one was, the Bible commands us to support Israel. And I said, so Jesus is telling us that we need to get on board with murdering Christians? Is that what you're saying? And they basically were just like, shut up.
Time out.
And I found that.
I put that on my life that Speaker Johnson didn't tell him this. I put that on my life, on in front of the world, that there's no freaking way. I've met Speaker Johnson. I've talked to Speaker Johnson before. There's no way that Tucker Carlson came to Speaker Mike Johnson and said, why are we paying for them to blow up these buildings? And he go, the Bible says so. The Bible says we have to protect them. And that's all he said to Tucker Carlson. I put it on my life, Tucker. And I know you're too much of a wussy with a P to debate me on any of this stuff or talk about any of this stuff or show proof of it. I could bring Mike Johnson on right now, and you prove to me that Mike Johnson said that to you. That Mike Johnson, and all the politicians I asked just pretty much said, they blew me off and said that the Bible says so. Not one politician told you after you said that they're bombing and killing Christians that the Bible told them so. You know doggone well that that's not true. This is why I can't stand these people. You know there was either you didn't ask them at all, or it was a more in-depth conversation of what the America's responsibility to continue to support Israel in spite of the faults that they have. Lord help me. Roll the clip.
Extremely, as a Christian, extremely upsetting. And I've never kind of gotten over that. But I should have said that. That's what I was talking about specifically. We cannot support the murder of innocents. I don't care what the pretext is. That is not allowed in our religion. And if it is, then it's not my religion. That's not what the New Testament says at all. It's not even a close approximation of what it says. There's no justification for that in the New Testament, period. So I am distressed. I don't hate. I shouldn't have said despise, but I'm very distressed about that. And that's specifically what I was talking about. So I just want to apologize sincerely for not being clearer.
Is he done? Yeah, to get this off my channel. Let me just break this down real quick. This guy is gaslighting people so much, and he has lost so much. I lost all respect for him. You are saying that you were so upset of something that Mike Johnson allegedly said to you, where God is my witness, he didn't say it to you. You so upset that you go and make a statement like that in fury. But Nick Fuentes comes on your show and says that he's friends and he's an admirer of Joseph Stalin. And you're not upset about that? You claim that Israel is killing innocent people and you so just distraught about it. And our Bible says, as Christians, we can't accept it. No way, no how. But you did not say nothing when you were interviewing a guy about Joseph Stalin, who not only killed Christians, not only burned down churches, he hated God, he hated Christianity, and he killed millions of people. And that don't make you upset as a Christian? But these fake conversations you having about Israel with Speaker Mike Johnson, somehow just you lost your mind and you apologize that you ever said it because Christian Zionists. Let's clear this up. So do you believe that it's biblical that we should support Israel, or do you believe that it's a heresy? Because you are now saying you apologize and you didn't mean it. Do the Bible still say what you claim the Bible say or not? Screw these people, man. I'm sick of these people. Let's for real quick. Let's put what Dave Smith said about me on here. What a wussy. I cannot stand Dave Smith. That dude is such a beta. He gets online and it's just a lying sack of you know what. And then all these wussies with a P, what they do is they get on there and they go, they're just here to kill innocent children. Like there's a city where all the children go. And Israel just bombs the children. In a war where you're fighting against a terrorist group who hides behind their citizens, there will be innocent casualties because they're in a war. Now, if you're going to take the staunch stance of saying innocent people can never die in any war, we can't fight a war. We can't fight nobody. Terrorists will go and kill you and kidnap your people and hide behind their people, and you can never defend against that. Because at some point, somebody innocent will die in that exchange. Are you can I cuss? Lord, please let me cuss for like 5 minutes straight. I want to just cuss y'all out but I'm trying to be a good Christian. What are you saying? If a country came over here and dropped a nuclear bomb in America, we don't fight back because innocent people might die? I'm going to bring Dinesh D'Souza on here in a second because he had some insight to this. Maybe it'll give me some woosah. But let me play this Dave Smith clip before I bring on Dinesh D'Souza here in a second. Roll the clip.
As I'm saying in just Genocide Fest 2025 here, that they had the other day, the whole thing was genocidal in tone. There was, what's that guy? Brandon Tatum, who I debated once on Piers Morgan, who I don't hate him, but he might be the dumbest person who's ever talked about politics in the history of the world. And he's up there and he's saying, turn Gaza into a parking lot. True, if I was prime minister, I'd have done it in 48 hours. I'm sorry, people aren't allowed to leave Gaza. If you're saying turn it into a parking lot, you're advocating murdering 1 million children.
1 million children.
What? You just casually.
They always say children. The other people not matter that dies in that. And they know exactly what I was talking about. They know exactly what I was talking about. But these weenies would love to grandstand on this stupid stuff. In the actual speech that I gave, I know because I gave the speech, I had mentioned very clearly that this may not be the right approach, but this is how I felt when it happened. And I said, I'm not advocating against the Palestinian people. But what I'm saying is that there needs to be a statement made that people understand that they can never go into somebody else's country, rape, mutilate, behead, and kidnap people and think that they're going to live to do it again. I'm going to lose my mind in here. These people are so stupid to me that it's mind-blowing. I'll ask Tucker and that wussy next to him, what should they do? When the terrorists come in and rape their women, cut people's head. I saw a video of them cutting people's head off. The dude was hitting them with an axe or something, banging off somebody's head, killing kids. What about the children? They killing children, kidnapped a woman, her kids, killed them. Only thing came back from Gaza were their bodies. Okay, when they do that, what's your next move? What's your next move? Both you two cowards on here, what's your next move, wussy? Do nothing. Your next move is to do nothing. And what is Hamas's next move? To keep fighting and killing. They're going to come back and do more. And they're going to come back and do more. And they're going to come back till they kill all of the Jews. And you wussies over here soft as a marshmallow, what do you say they do? Because Hamas does that, and then they go get in a tunnel under a school, under a hospital, and they make their people stand out front facing. And you say, well, we can't do nothing because somebody innocent may die. What war on planet Earth are we giving that standard to? Only the Jews. Only the Jews cannot defend themselves. We dropped nuclear bombs, wiping out millions of people. Hundreds of thousands at one time. They killed a few thousand people on 9/11. We went over to Afghanistan, Iraq, and I think that we killed probably 400,000 people. But do you hear these wussies saying, we can't fight a war in America because of Y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me.